everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Reborn. So, before we actually start this episode, I need to go over a few things. I did a little bit of work in between the last part, actually. I went and I caught a Link, I caught a Yamask, and I caught a Dunsparce, which Dunsparce is something you need for the trade. A trade later in the game that will help you complete the Pokedex. Clink is a future team member, and Yamask is actually... Well, Yamask has multiple purposes. Yamask has the move Curse. And basically what Curse does is you lose half your HP if you're a Ghost type. And use that Curse on the opponent that deals like 1/4 of their HP every turn. So this is going to be really good for taking down some of the impossible battles. You just give your Yamask like a Quick Claw, use Curse, or you reset until you get the Quick Claw activation, use Curse, and then you wait out 4 turns and you're done. I'm not going to be using Clink yet or training it. I still have to train my Nidorina, and also if you're noticing that my Nidorina is shiny, then yeah, it is. This is actually a different save file. I have 2 save files right now going. One is for the Magma Gang, one is for the Aqua Gang, and it's going to get a little bit more diverse as time goes on. Another purpose I had with Yamask was actually using it to find this Dunsparce as quickly as I did. If you want a tip for finding Dunsparce, its location is under the Grand Staircase. If you put a Yamask in the first slot of your party and spray some repels, you can just run around, and within a few repels you should find a Dunsparce. I'm not sure why it works this way. I tried with other level 30 Pokemon and I didn't have any luck, because Dunsparce are actually really high level under the Grand Staircase. Like, they're around level 33 to 38, I believe, and nothing else breaks level 30. But for some reason I had to use my Yamask because nothing else, like even my level 28 Nidorina didn't work for that. Well, it's 29 now. So another thing is I was actually wrong about a few things. One, the Bear Arctic that is in Citrine Mountain is actually level 57, not level 75. Doesn't make that much of a difference. We could still take it out and get the Smoochum. However, again, it would be kind of a waste of experience right now. Also, the trade in this room is different. This man will actually trade you a Sunkern or he will trade you a Carbink for a Sunkern. Before I said it was like, I believe a Mime Jr. and a Cryogonal back to back. And I'm guessing that was like in previous versions of the game. It's just the current list of Pokemon that I'm going off of. I have a couple of them that I'm using, and I try to cross-reference them to make sure everything's right, and that's what they said. They didn't update at all. I mean, I've been noticing a lot of wrong points on them, but yeah. So anyways, we can finally move on. After you've taken down Shade and you've seen the little cutscene where everybody gets kidnapped and Kane runs away, you want to actually go back there. I know it's my bad for kind of showing this. I should probably just cut. It was really stupid of me. But if you come over here, you'll actually find Victoria instead of Kane. And you talk to her and she will disappear. So we're actually going to head to the Coral Ward, which is where we need to go. So I'll talk to you then. Before we go to the Coral Ward, I also forgot to mention, I took out the extra trainers that appeared on the Opal Bridge already. So one right here, and one right here. So now that we've got that out of the way, I'll meet you at the Coral Ward. We've reached the Coral Ward, we can go over here. We'll see Kane take off on his Muk. And we will meet a Maria, and she will actually ask for help. So again, we're going to be going back to the Peridot Ward. I believe it's the Upper Peridot Ward. This time right around where you first met Fern. So I will meet you there now. So now that we're here outside of this factory, you'll talk to her and there will be a little cutscene. She'll make like a staircase out of ice pretty much, and we will be in. Very easy battle, and it'll give me some nice experience because I literally didn't have to do anything. So at this point, she will send you onward, and you will get forced over here, and you can literally see a sprite behind the pipe, but you'll get dropped into this room where you basically have to solve a puzzle to escape. So there's actually a few things you can do in here first. So first you want to use the Loudred to wake this Abra up. This Abra will bond with your mind. Over here you have, I believe, a Vanillite that's under in this cage. I want to get rid of it. Now I want to bond with the Abra again, and I want to put the Licky Tongue in this cage under the Ditto. The Ditto will mimic the Licky Tongue, and the point is you get a rare candy out of it. Next I want to bond with Abra again, get the Licky Tongue out of there, and I have to bond with the Abra again. I want to put the Makahita in there. Now it will copy the Makahita and it will actually escape, and you can now take the Ditto with you. Alright, so now it's actually time to solve this puzzle, and I actually need to get this Vanillite out of here. Do not belong there. So let's see. Make sure that the Abra is awake, and then I want to come down here, and I actually want to put this Cyndaquil. Oh, that's annoying. You want to make sure that you bond your mind with the Abra, and first up is putting the Cyndaquil inside of this cage. Next you want to talk to the Loudred, make it screech so your hearing goes deaf, and you want to make the Jigglypuff sing with the guard asleep. To sleep. Next you want to make the Cyndaquil use its flamethrower on the cell bars, and next we just repeat the process. Now we want to get rid of the Cyndaquil, and we want to put the Vanillite in there. Make your hearing go deaf, put the guard to sleep yet again. And this time, freeze the bar. Now let's wake up the Abra one more time. Get the Vanillite out of there. And now we're gonna put this Roggenrola inside of there. Again, this is the same process. You do it literally 3 times in a row. And finally, we can break out of here. Oddly enough, you can actually wait for this guard to wake up and battle him, which I will be doing because it's free experience, but first I'm gonna go over here. So this is a pretty dark area. You can get a pulse readout, which is for our next target, and if we go over here, you'll eventually find some magnet powder. That's for something to come much, much later. And alright, we're out of here. I'm gonna battle this guard really quick. So I have to make a brief injection here. I actually missed something down here in the basement floor. So when you come down here, obviously it's dark. Instead of going up north, there's actually a southern path, and it twists and turns a little bit. But at the end of it, you'll find the TM for Psych Up. And again, I'm sorry I missed this. Hopefully this injection doesn't come too late, and it helps you out. That guard's taken out of the way. I also forgot to mention you kind of have to wake him up before you fight him. But that's pretty much whatever. So if we come down this way, there is a scientist class trainer right there. I'll take him on later off camera. There's also a trainer right here. Again, and there is one last trainer over here. He's kind of more of an elite class, but he's still pretty easy. After you take him out, you can actually access this panel, and now you can finally leave the factory. You don't want to leave yet, but if you need to heal up or anything like that, you kind of can now. Anyways, I healed up, I took out the scientist, and you'll just find a super potion right there. It's free, you know, I would take it. So this is the first lock that you can take out, and you can already see there is a healing shard there, so you can tell there's going to be a boss battle. And there is another elite right here, so I'll take that out. So again, you can take that out, and moving on, there should be another healing shard right here. As if you really need it. You can kind of get an idea of where you're at. If you drop down that hole, you would be back in the cage with all the other Pokemon. And there's another trainer right here. Anyways, that's taken care of. I actually just gave my Nidorina toxic spikes, so it shouldn't be dead weight for long. My leveling goal for that Nidorina is actually level 43 before I evolve it. It should get Crunch at level 43, and then once I evolve it, it should get Earth Power, I believe. So both are pretty good moves if you have Sheer Force. Anyways, there is another trainer right here. This trainer, you can now unlock the second gate, and if we come over here, I already took out the Scientist, you will find a Thunderstone. And that's pretty much everything. These stairs just lead up to the rooftop. You've already been here. There's nothing to see up there. So I'm going to heal up with that healing shard. I'm going to save because, you know, all sorts of bad things could happen if you don't save. I think I want to put my Infernape in front. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. And I think this is good, actually. So anyways, before we even go further, or as we go further, I'll just explain. But this is going to be the second ZEL battle, I believe. Or actually third. I'll be linking his team below in the description, so you can kind of see where I'm coming from on this. Always forget how I go with this. I don't think it really matters that much. Anyways, as I haven't mentioned yet, because I didn't open this yet, but all of his Pokemon hold items now. This Glaceon is holding the Never Melt Ice, so its ice moves are actually a little bit more powerful. There we go, that's one level. His Espeon is now holding a Twisted Spoon, which is kind of annoying. And the Umbreon that's going to be coming up is going to be holding a Lumberry, so you can't actually take it down with stuff like Toxic. And I'm going to switch out to Ariados. Ariados is still pretty useful, like I'm still going to be using it occasionally. It's just not my goal to constantly be using it. Especially when it does stuff like this. Oh well, that's not really a big deal, I guess. But I mean, that's why I always tell you, save before you go through to these battles, because bad things happen. You get unlucky all the time. I think Pokemon Reborn is actually supposed to have more hacks in its game than anything else. So here comes the Umbreon. I should be able to just close combat this and knock it out instantly. Okay, maybe not. That's annoying. This thing also has Moonlight, so it could stall me out. There we go. And here comes the big challenge, the Pulse Muk. Not sure how I want to deal with this. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and set up lane screen, I think. This Pulse Muk has Protein, and it has the moves Sludge Wave, Mud Bomb, Muddy Water, and Discharge. So it can be a complete annoyance. So by doing that, I actually gave up the ability to hit it for super effective damage. That kind of sucks. I think I'm gonna save my Meowstic for later. And I'm just gonna fodder off my Slugma. So hopefully, maybe I'll get a chance to hit it for super effective damage later. But from what I know, it likes to use the field and just spam Discharge. gonna try to leech seed it right here. I could have also worry seeded it and gotten rid of its protein, which would basically get rid of its stab. Which I actually might do. So this should hurt a lot less now. Ouch. But that's not even stab. Like, the only thing it gets stab on is discharge right now because it's stuck as an electric type. So this is pretty much won now. I mean, I might get a few para hacks, but that shouldn't be a big deal. It doesn't have the power to take me out with Sludge Wave without stab. So again, that's why you kind of have to love Worry Seed. Even though it's not going to get a lot of use later on. And that's going to hurt now that the light screen's gone. But I should still be able to out-sustain it. This is just one lengthy battle, honestly. Is that it? Alright, I think I'll send out Infernape. I just want to make sure everybody gets a little bit of the experience, and it should die to the Leech Seed anyways. That is pretty close. Alright, there we go. All taken care of. You'll see another cutscene, and we can finally get out of here, I think. Alright, so there's no point in being here anymore, so I'm going to go back and meet you at the Coral Ward. It's actually wrong. There is an event that takes place. I need to take care of this event. I've been putting it off for a while. But it's one of the gang events, so I don't really have to show this for both gangs because it's pretty similar. But it's not only the gang event, but it is also one of the checks for the missing Pokemon event. So, if you pick the Aqua Gang, you just have to talk to this Magma Gang member over here, and he will say that he's a little bit upset because he paid for a super rare Pokemon and he's steamed. So after the battle, I'll talk about it a little bit more. Alrighty, so basically after you battle him and defeat him, he will basically mention that one of the Aqua Gang made off with the Pokemon, and that's all you have to do if you're a part of the Aqua Gang. If you're a part of the Magma Gang, you actually have to talk to this guy, and he will tell you that one of the Aqua Gang members made off with the Pokemon. And then once you talk to him, if you're a part of the Magma Gang, you have to go all the way to the Lapis Ward over here, and I believe over here. And you will talk to this guy right here. Or actually, you will battle him instead. So if you're a part of the Magma Gang, you'll talk to that member, you'll come over here, you'll battle this member instead. And there should be two guys over here before this guy replaces them. So that's pretty much how it is. It's basically the same. It's just different sides of the conflict. So anyways, I will now meet you in the Coral Ward. I just had to take care of that. I kept putting it off for way too long. Here in the Coral Ward, it is finally time to leave and go to the beach, pretty much. Or across the sea, across the lake. There's actually a lot of trainers out here kind of scattered about, so I will take care of most of them that are on the beach, and I'll talk to you in a bit. So I've taken out all the trainers on all sides of the beach, and actually if you come inside here, here is the Pokemon Center. I took out all 4 trainers that are inside of here. I took out all the trainers that are on the left side of this building as well, and I took out all the trainers that are down here as well. It's actually a lot of trainers. So there is one thing I want to show off before we actually get back to the story, and that is there's There should be a Corsola up here when it is raining, whether it is normal rain, harsh rain, thunderstorms, whatever. And it'll come with you if you give it Pokesnacks. And that's pretty much it. There isn't that much to actually really show off. You can find Palo Sand and Sandy Gas on the beach. And you can find some pretty weird Pokemon by rock smashing, namely Krabby, Corphish, Binacle, and I believe down in this section you can potentially find Shuckle by rock smashing, but Shuckle is pretty useless at this point in the game because the move tutor is not there yet, so you can't really give it the moves to make the most of it. So anyways, on with the story. I'm going to talk to this girl right here, and then if we go down here, Kiki will be here. So I'm just going to spam through her little dialogue right here. She'll go back to her study, her room. I'm not really sure what the heck it is. Victoria will finally be here. I don't know what took her so long. We literally cleaned out Team Meteor inside the factory earlier and still got here before her. I'm not sure how that happened. Anyways, we get a little test here. But before we do that, there's actually one more thing I have to show off. So, or rather, a few more things. Inside here, there is this man who can tell you what hidden power your Pokemon have. Inside here, you will get a Pure Incest. I give up on that. And in here, you will find a man that if you give him a protein, you will get the field readout for Ashen Beach. And I've had that protein since the beginning of the game, so that's pretty much the reason I had it. I think I show off where I found it in episode 1, so yeah, I didn't have to buy that or anything. And here you'll find a girl that asks you to steal a TV, which we're about to go do. So if we go up these stairs... maybe not. I'm gonna save right now, actually. Battle is... I think this trainer has higher level Pokemon, actually. Yeah, not that high. I didn't do a team update, so I'm actually gonna do it while I'm battling this trainer, but basically, I gave my Roselia Toxic over Worry Seed, finally got rid of Worry Seed. I don't think it can do that much for me. And I also gave my... Okay, that's good. Also gave my Meowstic Psychic, because, one, it's 10 base power more, but it also gets boosted on the Ashen field, which you're gonna see that comes in handy much later. So she will finally let us take the TV, and we can come down here, give it to her, and we get a department sticker for that. So it's actually pretty decent. Now if we come up here, if you come out on this side, if you talk to all of the NPCs that are in the books, say yes and kind of study with them. There's one there, there's one here. Maybe it's just 4. Okay. There should be this one here and this one here. And now that we've talked to all of them, we can get a Meditate from this girl right here. I'm not going to be using it. But anyways, that's pretty much everything we can do here for now. So I'm going to make sure I'm healed up, and we're going to head for the mountain, which is where we're actually supposed to go. Victoria is going to stop us one last time, kind of be annoying. And alrighty. So I'm going to start by using some Repel. You don't have to do this, obviously. But this is just makes it so much easier for me. And I'm going to put Grenade in the front. Something I've noticed about the shiny is... and this might just be like my inner speedrunner here. But the shiny animation takes up so much time. Anyways, to start off, there's a little puzzle here that we have to do in order to move forward. And starting off, you want to rock smash the bottom floor slot. Then we want to move over and rock smash this spot. And now we can move through this path, which was covered in lava previously, as well as move forward through this path right here. Now you'll notice this is covered with lava, so we're just going to jump off right here. And I believe it is the middle rock right here. Yep, that's exactly what we want. Then we want to go down those stairs, jump off, and we want to go over here. And no, I think we want to rock smash this one. Now we want to go back down this staircase over here. And I believe we want to rock smash this one. And we should be able to move forward now. Pretty simple. Yep, all the lava is cleared and the way forward is cleared as well. So now we are on top of the mountain. There's a little healing shard in case you need it. You probably don't. I'm going to save right here in case anything silly happens, and I'm going to put my Roselia in front. So now it's going to be time for our battle with Cal. Again, I'm going to have his team linked in the description. Just something I want to say about the teams I link in the description. The description, all you have to do is click show on the wiki to see the teams. You don't really want to scroll up, you might get spoilered. Alrighty, so here we go. This is kind of take two at this point. I had a bad battle where I got haxed a lot, and it happens, that's why I tell you to save every time. So to start off, his Barbarical will go down to pretty much any grass type move, instantly. Next he's going to send out his Charizard. I usually send out my Meowstic here. This is a physical Charizard, so I start off with Reflect. I could have also faked out if I wanted to, get like some chip damage. And now this is just kind of a battle to see if he's gonna do something like Thunder Punch and get pair hacks on me. Because that happened earlier and it was so annoying. It's funny because in my playthrough before I started recording, it wasn't raining, so he would Fire Punch and I got burned, and that did not matter at all that much. I would really much rather take that. And his Turtonator is dead. That was pretty lucky. But this battle really shouldn't be that big of a deal. Like, I could pretty much do anything and I'll win this. Mainly because this is in the rain. But the rain was already set up when I got here, so I'm not going to complain about that. Like, one of the things I've been doing with this game is I've just been taking everything as it gives it to me. I haven't changed any of the battlefields for... That's going to hurt. Something I forgot to mention was this is on a superheated field, so that means a lot of his fire type attacks are going to really, really sting. But then again, it's in the rain, so not that much, really. But again, I could pretty much do anything here, and as long as I don't get, like, hacked to death, I'll win. That's just how it is. And that should be a second or... Yeah, that's the second Hyper Potion. I really don't need to be doing this with Roselia because I don't want Roselia to soak up too much of the experience. It can't really do that much in the battles, upcoming battles. And now he's gonna send Charizard back out. But like I said earlier, I've just been taking it as it comes. So whatever weather I get when I show up to a battle spot is just whatever weather I have to deal with. And sorry, my throat is really sore. Anyways, his final Pokemon is going to be Magmortar. And it is Special Magmortar with Focus Blast, Thunderbolt, Solar Beam, and Lava Plume. If it uses Lava Plume, it will turn this field into a burning field. And the same thing would happen if I used Fire Pledge. Not that it would matter too much because I believe the rain would actually put it out. I'm not too sure on that one. There we go. So that's Cal down, and I will meet you guys back at Kiki, actually. And so this is going to be just a little injection. Basically, now that I've beaten Cal, I actually need to show off a certain event that I haven't shown off. And I also didn't show a certain item as well. So let me find my... where is it? Super Repels, right here. So we're now going to be back at the entrance of Pyrous Mountain. We're going to go over to this direction, and we're going to start off by going down here. So there's a couple of event Pokemon you can get down here, actually. If you Rock Smash this rock right here, and if I go up and bring that rock back, there is a potential that you could find a Turtonator down here. If you Rock Smash that, you could potentially find it. You might not, because it's only like a half chance. So now I'm going to actually... no, that drained the lava over here actually, so we're good. You want to drain the lava for this area, and if you come down over here, you should find a Firestone. Now if you didn't find that Turtonator, if you found like a Macargo instead, then you should find a Heatmor over here. So it's a 50-50 chance, and if you find the Heatmor, then you need Pokesnacks to get it. I've also heard rumors that even though this is inside the volcano, that you actually need it to be sunny outside. I don't know if that's true. Like, I tried for a while messing around with different files, trying to get the Heatmor to appear so I could test this, but I just have such bad luck with it. But anyways, now that that's taken care of, we can actually fall down that hole, and you can find the field readout for the heated field. And that's all I wanted to show. So now we're just going to be back heading towards the Academy Pokemon Center. Anyways, we're just outside of Kiki's room, and I want to say something. Once you go into here, there is no going back. You're going to have to battle Victoria shortly after you leave here, and if you're not healed up, she will basically stomp you. So just a little warning. So I'm going to spam through all this text. He's going to leave, and if we walk too much forward, we'll end up battling Victoria. Again, Victoria's team is going to be in the description. There should be a wiki link to that. It's not too difficult to deal with, honestly. I'm going to move forward, and right as we try to leave the door, she'll stop us. Like she always does. The first Pokemon is going to be Pangoro. If you have a firefighting, again, this is easy. You're going to knock it out in one shot. No item. It's not a threat. Then comes out Mienfoo, and this Mienfoo has an eject button, so it could be kind of annoying. I just like to Psychic it and get rid of it. I could have faked it out, and that would have made it switch out with something else in our party, but there's really no point to doing that. And finally, here comes out her Raichu. I'm actually going to send out my Ariados here. I'm gonna Swords Dance because sometimes her Raichu likes Nasty Plot first, so that could be really, really annoying. And then I should take this out in one shot, actually. Alolan Raichu is very, very frail. Now she's going to send out a Glade. I'm going to Shadow Sneak that. And it's going to take out my Ariados. Thankfully, because I don't want Ariados to take too much experience. See, Ariados still has its uses, just not a lot of them at this current point. Not sure who I'm going to send out. She should have 2 chocolate ice creams, I believe. I think those are about 70 hit points, actually. And, okay. So there goes the second one. Yeah, I'm fine with this, actually. This should put it in range. Again, there's a lot of boss battles this episode, and we're coming up on the final one right after this. And that is really annoying. So might take this out in one hit. Yeah. Oh well. Kinda wanted to give it the experience, but I guess I couldn't. And Fernape is going to be incredibly overleveled. So I'm going to switch out right here. I probably should have switched out before she sent out her Incineroar, but I need to get rid of the attack drop from the Intimidate. I'm going to Mach Punch because I've already done this battle before and I don't think close combat knocks it out 100% of the time. I've had a lot of moments where it would leave it just on 1 HP, literally. So there we go. Victoria is down. She throws her little hissy fit and she walks out. So I'm going to heal up and we're going to go save right in front of Kiki. Okay, so this should be how my team should look for the battle here. I'm putting Meowstic in the front. I actually switched out the Light Clay or the Twisted Spoon. I need just a little bit more power on my Meowstic Psychics, and you'll see why in a second. We're also fighting on an Ashen field. There's not a lot to say about it except, I believe, certain moves, such as Calm Mind and Meditate, are, I believe they have double the stat changes, and there's a lot of moves with increases in base power. I know Strength, which is a move you're going to see a lot, has an increase by 1.5, and it actually deals psychic and fighting damage, which is very, very troublesome because she has 2 psychic fighting types. So that's like dual stab for them, pretty much. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. Psychic itself has an increase by 1.2. So that's, again, one of the reasons why I wanted to get my Meowstic Psychic. And I think that's all for now. I'll have to go over everything else as we get into the battle. So now it's time to get on to the battle. And she's going to start off with her Machamp. It's really, really tanky. Has the leftovers. Has Meditate, so it could become even more tankier. But I should usually be able to one-shot it with Psychic. I believe it's a roll not to sometimes. So that just completely eliminates that problem. Next, she should send out her Toxicroak. I don't believe it can one-shot me with Sucker Punch. This thing has no item whatsoever. But I will one-shot it instead. That crit did not matter. Now here comes the Glade, and Glade is where the problem starts. So I usually send out my Ariados at this point. And I should be able to get 2 Shadow Sneaks off. Maybe 1 extra if one of the Rock Slides miss. But if it doesn't, then it's not going to be a problem. So usually at this point I go ahead and I send out my Meowstic. My Roselia just won't outspeed it, it won't be able to take it down. And first I'm going to fake it out. Should I do that? Yeah, I should. Just a little bit of chip damage. I'm going to set up my Reflect. So Night Slash has a very, very high crit chance, so she could crit me, and if she does, it's really going to hurt. Like, if she crits me, I'm probably going to end up having to restart. Oh cool, we actually got the special defense drop. She should heal up again though, or maybe not. Okay, that's actually really nice of her. I'm gonna have to heal my Meowstic, and no, I don't want to learn that. So now here comes Hitmonlee. I cannot stay in on this Hitmonlee. I'm gonna have to send out my new Arena. This has the normal gym with Fake Out, so it actually hits pretty hard. You're gonna see me healing up for the first time since Florina, pretty much. I'm just gonna drop a Hyper Potion right there. And that is not good. It's gonna set up on me. I'm gonna try to set up Toxic Spikes if I can. So that's actually something. Even though it's not gonna affect one of her Pokemon that's coming out next. Another thing about this Hitmonlee is it has the ability Unburn, so if it used up that normal gem, it would be faster than me. Since it did not though, I should be able to fake it out and then Psychic it. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. So now here comes Lucario. This Lucario is really, really annoying. Thankfully, I should be able to one-shot it with my Infernape with close combat right here. It's actually a special Lucario, if you're curious. It has Aura Sphere and Psychic, both which get boost on this field. And now here comes her Trump Medicham. So I think I'm gonna start with my Meowstic. It's holding a Telluric Seed, and it's gonna get poisoned. That helps a little bit. The effect of the seed on this field is its first attack immediately is going to crit. Doesn't matter what I do. I can't stop it. And its critical hit chance overall is actually really, really high. Oh, I'm gonna set up Reflect. And I'm just gonna try to stall it out for a bit. This shouldn't be... Whoa, that is a lot of damage actually. And it's down actually. Wow. So unfortunately, Kiki is going to collapse, and you can already see where this is going. So she's not gone yet, but as you can see, we did not get our badge. So our level limit is still 45. But overall, that was a pretty good battle, and we took care of a lot. There was a lot of boss battles, and next episode is going to be a little bit boring compared to that, probably. And again, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit sore, but that's just kind of how it is. I know I said it when I started the series, but it's allergy season, and it's not going to get better for a while. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.